Hi, I am Ms. Hall and I am your child's geometry teacher. A little bit about me. This is my 14th year of teaching, all here at Cocalico, and I am a Cocalico alumni, so some might say that blue and white runs through my veins. Besides teaching math, I also coach the girls' tennis team, I help out with the Leo Club, Minithon, and the German Exchange. So let's start with a little bit about how your child is going to be graded in geometry. First things first, each marking period, their grades are broken down into two categories, independent work and testing quizzes. Because of being hybrid and kind of in and out, and I know we are coming back to a full schedule soon, shortly, but I still thought that because of everything that's going on with having to quarantine and whatnot, we're going to keep the grade breakdown the same. So independent work is 40% of their grade. And that independent work includes homework, work that they might have to do at home if they are virtual. It also includes things that we might do in class, any little projects that we do. That will all go into their independent work. And then their testing quizzes are going to be lumped together for 60% of their grade. They typically have one quiz per chapter, but that will be 60% of their grade. For their final grade, each marking period is 40%, and then their final exam is 20%. Hopefully we will have final exams this semester. If for some reason we don't, you guys will obviously be contacted, and then that percentage might change, but you will be contacted if that does happen. So what is this going to look like? On the virtual days, which will be the Wednesdays through February, and who knows what the future might hold beyond that, they will have a Google Meet to start, and we'll typically do a little warm-up together. Then they'll watch some lesson videos and complete some practice problems. The videos are done through a platform called Edpuzzle, and they do include questions, so they can't just hit play and walk away. They need to be listening to answer the questions within the videos as well. And when they are here at school, we're going to do our best to socially distance. The classroom obviously is going to be a little bit more full because everybody will be coming back. However, we're going to do our best to stay socially distanced and sanitize things. We'll talk about materials in a moment. And obviously, they need to keep their masks on, up over their nose, below their mouth, as they have been all year so far. Materials. Calculators, excuse me, because they are my only geometry course this semester, they are going to have their own calculator to use here at school. So they each have a little mailbox that they can put it in, and then that way I do not have to sanitize it every day and between each use because they are using it. That is their calculator. Nobody else is going to be using that calculator. And the same with books. Their books are online. So it's a virtual version of it, but because they are my only geometry class this semester, I do have enough that if they wish to, they can sign out a book and use an actual book. The downfall of that is they'll have to bring it back and forth between school and home if they want to use it at school and at home, but I know some kids really prefer to have an actual physical book, which I do have enough because they're my only class. So some students have already signed them out, which is fine. So they can sign them out if they wish to do so. Each student was also given a spiral-bound notebook, and this is to ensure that they have paper to write on when they are working at home, and that's expected to be taken back and forth between home and school, and that way they always have a place to do their work and take notes if they need to. As for other materials, unless they are assigned specifically to one student, they will be sanitized in between each use to make sure everything is clean and safe for the students. So what do your students see on Schoology? So you're probably pretty used to Schoology so far, or at least seeing your child work on Schoology. This is how I have my Schoology page set up for your child. This first item up here is their ebook, so they can download that, and that's where they get their book that they can access at any time. And then they typically will see these folders here. They can't see these folders. Those are from last semester that I'm pulling and adapting materials from. But these that are not grayed out is what they see. Current week will always be up at the top, and then any week that we completed before that will be below, listed below it. So I do not delete the material, so anything they can go back and access at any time. Within there, they have their each day they need to work through. So today, I'm recording this on Thursday the 28th. This is what they worked on today. So those of the students were at home worked through this. The students at school also basically worked through this, but instead of the videos, they had me working with them and teaching them in the class. So that gives you a little overview of what our class is going to look like. My email is listed there. If you ever have any questions or concerns, please do not hesitate to contact me. I look forward to working with your student this year, and I hope we can make it a really successful year. And I hope that you have a wonderful evening.